Let's go to the second issue of this election campaign. That is the cost of living. It's really important for families. It's a vote winner or loser. I'm going to start this by going to the leaders' debate at the People's Forum last night, where Anthony Albanese, Peter Dutton were there. But I want you to watch this and just notice how many hands go up when they're asked by Kieran Gilbert if times are tougher right now. Just have a look.
Can I just get a show of hands? Who's doing it pretty tough? Who's finding it hard to get by at the moment, the way the economy is, cost of living pressures and so on? Yeah, that's quite a few hands there.
I do microwave dinners because that's the only way I can live at the moment because it's too hard. It used to be steak and sausages, like different nights of the week, but now it's a struggle. It's ridiculous. It's not right.
Groceries is insane. Now I'm paying almost $300, $350 a week to get through with the kids. I got 5 kids. Like I say, I get paid weekly. 1 week's small, 1 week's big. I pay electricity myself. Electricity a month is $200, around $270. Then I'll pay gas as well, so gas is $50.
Just in the last 12 months, where I used to pay, it's only me and my husband at home, $80 for groceries, it's now $180. And that's just the basics. I think Albanese is all talk and no action. I really don't want him to get in. I mean, I've been Labor all my father told me when I started voting, always vote Labor. But this year I'm not voting Labor. I'll probably go for one of the independents because I don't think Peter Dutton's any better.
Pull your finger out and look after Australians. That's what we've got to, that's what we all have to do. There's a lot of Australians that are poor. A lot of Australians living on the streets. That's ridiculous.
Right, so while we're here, I'm actually going to go back to the streets of Werriwa, out the Bonnie Rig, and really go to some of the voter questions as well on something that is affecting so many people, which is that cost of living.
I mean, we're thinking of starting to raise our own chickens, growing our own food, because just to go to the grocery market and get enough groceries for the week is too expensive, so it's easy to grow. How are you going to ensure that we don't have to pick up the extra slack by making things more expensive and we feel like we have to do our own growing of eggs and raising of chickens and growing of food?
So people thinking about raising chickens, other people who are not basically eating cuts of meat anymore, people who are really going to abandon your party and potentially not go to your side, go to independence. Now, this is a grave fear for Australia. Right now, I want to go to one little thing about cost of living, and that is Australians are feeling the pinch. If you give them $150 for the gas, it's not enough. You can't give them enough. Really, it's about a job, it's about wages. These are the things that Australians need to improve their cost of living, which has fallen so far down the scale of the OECD standards.
Well, first of all, we understand that even with the progress we've made together on inflation, getting real wages growing again, and also keeping unemployment low, we know that people are still doing it tough. And that's why the centrepiece of the budget a few Tuesday nights ago was cost of living relief. Energy bill rebates, strengthening Medicare, cheaper medicines, student debt relief and the tax cuts.
Is that enough to just win votes or is that enough to make a difference to people?
This is a very coherent strategy to help people.
Is it enough?
To help people with the cost of living.
Is it enough, Jim?
Well, it's more than what our opponents are proposing. Now, remember, when Angus Taylor in a minute tells you that he cares about the cost of living, remember that he wants lower wages, higher income taxes, and there is no ongoing cost of living relief if Peter Dutton wins the election. And there's another choice there. If you're under the pump, Labor is doing more for you to help with the cost of living in an enduring way and in an immediate way. What Angus is proposing, lower wages, higher taxes and no ongoing help.
So is that true? Do you actually want lower wages and higher taxes?
The only person who has delivered lower real incomes and lower real wages in this term of Parliament is you, Jim. Now, we just heard a bunch of people talking about the hard reality of their lives, struggling to make ends meet. Many of them live right next door to my electorate, and I hear that every single day when I'm out there. It's why we've put $50 million
Why do you want to increase that taxes?
Let me finish, Jim. $50 million into food banks, because we're seeing families with mortgages, double income families in some cases, who can't put food on the table. That's the harsh reality of Labor's homegrown inflation. And Labor's cost of living crisis.
But hang on.
We know that first and foremost you've got to beat inflation sustainably. You can't pretend it's over when prices are still rising, and prices are still rising. And we know the key to that from history, is you've got to make sure you've got a strong economy, strong economic management. That means cutting waste, slashing red tape, not essential services, We have also said that immediate cost of living relief that really works is the focus. So a lot of those people out in that part of the world, they're travelling long distances to get to work for family, and that's why 25 cents a litre off the bowser we think is immediate and can have a real impact, as will lower energy prices. Pumping extra gas into the Australian network, Australian gas working for Australians, we know we can drive the price of gas down from $14 a gigajoule down to 10.
Well, the
thing about gas and energy, is that energy is right through the economy. When you eat food, it's based on gas. When you build a house, gas is essential to making the building materials like bricks. If we can get that price down, we can put downward pressure on prices right across the economy and get back to where we need to, which is a rising standard of living for Australians, to overcome the collapse that we've seen since you've been in power.
Angus,